This week on 3D Printed Soup, it's been ages since we 3D printed an action figure, so let's print some. That's right after this. Hello fellow makers and welcome back to 3D Printed Soup. Apologies for the delay on this video, but I have been working on a rather complicated print which was sent to me by 3D Printed Action Figure. You can find them on Instagram and a link below. They do some really good sort of video game based action figure prints, and they said would I like to check out their latest Street Fighter one, and I thought hell yeah, of course I would. I haven't 3D printed an action figure in quite some time and I've missed doing it. I especially like the innovative ways that companies have found to do the joints and all the articulation, and every time I print one I'm always amazed. Whether it's as simple as a 5 or 6 points of articulation Star Wars figure or a 40 or 50 points of articulation mannequin, 3D printing joints and 3D printing action figures is an amazing thing to do, and it just shows the versatility and the incredible skill that some of the people in the 3D printing and design industry have come up with. So they sent me this wonderful file, and I have been working on it for about 2 weeks now, getting this thing to look good, print well, and actually articulate in the way that the designers have intended. Before we do, however, thanks to everyone who's liked and subscribed again this month. We've got loads more of you. We are slowly racking up towards 1,000 subscribers. We can make it, come on. All I need you to do is drag your cursor down, click the subscribe button, click the like button if you like it, and click the bell button to know when I next upload a video, because sometimes they're a bit sporadic and it's good for you to know when I upload. If you haven't subscribed, now's the best time. Join the 3D Printed Society, which is 3D Printed Soup. Join the family. We love you. We love 3D printing. Now, let's get on and print ourselves a replica of Guile from Street Fighter 2, my favourite of the Street Fighter franchise. But yeah, Street Fighter 2 was the one I had on the Super Nintendo when I first got my Super Nintendo back in the mid-90s, and I loved every second of it. And Guile was my favourite character with his sonic boom and his Top Gun inspired background. Now, let's get on and print ourselves an articulated Street Fighter character. Let's give this a try. So yeah, here he is in all his glory. All his joints move, they go round, head, forward, back, left and right, arms and legs all move, but the best way to actually see him is up close. So let's jump down to the table and have a quick look at how he moves and how all the joints and all the limbs and torso parts clip together. Okay, let's start with the ankles of this model. It's really impressively done. It's got a pin that goes into the bottom of the shoe, which means that you can move it left and right and it tilts, but it also has a ball and socket joint, so you can tilt it back up and down. And the ankle also has a popping joint as well. The knees are on a butterfly, and the kneecap also attaches to the butterfly, so you can bend that up and down fairly easily. Hips on a ball and socket joint as well, so you can get some really good degrees of articulation on it. You've also got an ab crunch and a mid-body crunch as well, so it tilts and swivels really nicely. And it's been really well designed, so you get a lot of articulation in the mid region. Moving on to the shoulder, this goes up, down, left, right. You can fully spin it round, but also you can put it out to the side as well. Moving down to the elbow, we've got a butterfly joint, which makes it really easy to move the elbow in all kinds of different directions. And we have got a swivel and a tilt on the wrist. Moving on to the other arm, same degrees of movement. Head left, right, up and down, and it has got a butterfly joint under it and also a ball and socket, so it's got really good degrees of manoeuvre on there. Bring it in closer. You'll notice that I have used wooden stakes as opposed to the 3D printed pins. Just purely this worked better for me. Have a closer look at the abs and the waist crunch, and also the ball and socket on the hip. Really great design. I'm hugely impressed with the guys that designed this. And say the ankles all clip in, move left and right, and they also swivel as well. This is a beautifully designed piece of kit, and yeah, I'm very impressed by everything about this figure. So yeah, fantastic job, and thanks to the guys that sent it to me. So yeah, as you can see, this is a very complicated but very beautifully detailed and cool model. Really captures the character itself, and yeah, I just love the way that it's got the stomach crunch, it's got the ab twist, it's got ball and socket joints, it's got butterfly hinges, wrists move, elbows move, knees move, and it all pretty much you can do any particular stance you want to. You can print plastic pins to go through these, but I just used some wooden kebab skewers because wood's a little bit more forgiving, and you can actually jam wood in there, and it makes it a lot more poseable because the wood is soft, the plastic's hard, so it grips quite nicely, and you're not grinding plastic on plastic, which after a while will eventually grind through the plastic and the joints will get loose, whereas the wood is alive. Well, it's dead, but it was alive, so it stays a lot more spongy, and so the joints will stay a lot more rigid a lot longer. It's science don't question it. Thank you so much for watching 3D Printed Soup. I'm going to do some more 3D printed action figures shortly, but until then, stay happy, stay safe, keep printing.